have done an amazing, amazing job. And now, the 2024-2025 Miss Tourism Uganda is contestants number. The person automatically becomes first runner-up.
Twasimi okubanga tuli ku Star TV emyenye gwanga amanya ne dobozi Beka Uthman Sempebwa akutusako program omulambuzi lunaku lw'omukaaga ziva sawa 2:30 ezakawungezi mwe tukulambuliza eggwanga Uganda. Bingi betugezako kubanga tukuleetera, bingi betugezako kubanga tukuyigiriza, ate ne tukusaba nti naawe ke kaseera obeere ng'olambula eggwanga Uganda nga bwe lifaanana. Lunaku lwaleero nate tugenda kubanga tufuna abagenyi baffe okuva Miss Tourism Uganda bwe tugenda okubanga tuwayawayako nabo batubuulire biki bye balina omwaka guno. Ne Queen waffe abaddeko tugenda kubanga tumufuna nate tugezeko kubanga tuwayamuko naye newankubadde munaye Oluganda talutegera bulungi naye tujja kubanga tutambulirawo, tujja kubeera mu lufuuti. Omwaka guno byanjawulo ebagenda okubanga baleeta, nawuliddeko ne bagamba nti n'abalenzi bagenda kubanga babaawo omwaganya nabo bagezeeko kubanga betaba mu mpaka zino naye nga bali mu kategore ey'abalenzi. Abawala bagenda kuba bokka, n'abalenzi bajja kubanga bavuganya bokka. Omwaka mpaka zino bazitongoza omwezi oguwedde wano ku Media Center bwe bagezako kubanga bazitongoleza nate regions zigenda kubanga zitandika omwezi ogujja. Kyemmanyi tujja kubeera wali etoolo gye tugenda okubanga ate tutandika. UBC ejja kubanga nsaale mu mpaka zino, ejja kubanga etambula wamu ne Miss Tourism babeeko kubanga babalambuza, bagezeeko kubanga babalaga buli kimu ekigenda okubanga kitambula maaso. Amanya ndoboozi Beka Uthman Sempebwa program omulambuzi lunaku lwa mukaaga essaawa 2:30 zakawungezi. Nagambe leero we tugenda okubanga tutambula, njagala nate twetoolemu katono tugende tufune Queen waffe gwe tugenda okubanga tutambuza naye program yaffe ennaku olwaleero nate atubuulire olugendo lwe lubadde lutejjukira guba mwaka gumu gwokka gobeera Queen nate ne baleeta Queen omulala wali ku Serena emikolo we gibeera. Tugenda kubanga tumufuna katwetoolemu katono, temuvaawo tukomawo. Lunaku olwaleero tugenda kubanga tukyusaamu mu lulimi lwaffe nate tukyazizza omugenyi waffe olwaleero kansubire nti mumulabiko ku TV wali ku UBC naffe ne tugamba nti gwe mukisa gwe tulina tubeere nga tumukyaza olunaku olwaleero. Olunaku lwaffe lubadde lwakuna twali twagala omukyaza naye olwekuba nti ayina olugendo lwagenda okubanga atambula ne tugamba katumugwikirize olunaku olwaleero nate tuwayewayeemu olugendo lwenga lwobadde. Tugenda kubanga tutusako mu lulimi lwaffe tubeere nga ate twogera mu Luzungu newankubadde era tujja mugamba ayogere ku Luganda, at least abeereko Oluganda lwayogera. Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Pleasure is mine.
Your names?
My name is Atino Lucky Bianca. Yes.
Atino Lucky Bianca. Let's start from there. Who is Atino Lucky Bianca?
So Atino Lucky Bianca is firstly a student at Lira University and also at Kubis Aviation Entebbe. I am also the reigning Miss Tourism Uganda, and I'm also a proud farmer, and yeah, I love my country as well.
That is Atino Lucky Bianca, Miss Tourism Uganda. Atino, let's go back to where all this started from. How did you become Miss Tourism Uganda?
Well, it was a long process. It just didn't happen overnight. I first went through the regional competition, which was very tricky. 2 weeks of intense training. Then later I qualified amongst the top 3 to represent Northern Uganda. I come from the north, come from Lira City. So I came to Kampala and I came to compete against the other girls that had come. So later after that, after the training at UEC, the zoo, we went on the final stage at Serena and I made it. But I can say it was a journey of sacrifice. Now remember, I was at school, I had to leave that for some time. It was, it's not a new environment that training you to become something different of value. So anything valuable is not easy. So it had sacrifice, a bit of pain here and there. And for me, I feel like positivity carried me through the way. As much as there were a lot of things going on, but I was very positive. I had this big smile on my face all the time.
Yeah, a lot of things happened during the time that when you are contesting for this crown. Let us go back to where everything started from. What does it take for someone to be a beauty contestant?
Okay, for this case as Miss Tourism, someone needs to be 18 years to 27, or we could give to 29. And then you have to have your A-level certificate intact, and then also you have to make sure you're very good character. So these are like something we look for. Then later you need to educate yourself about tourism, because you're coming in a field where it's not just about the beauty, but they're looking for the brains. How are you going to market Uganda? So you need to be able to express yourself very well. Basically, that is nothing very hard for someone. As long as you put yourself through some rehearsals and educate yourself, you can easily qualify. Then later you just sign a contract and then you start your journey.
Yeah. Basically, for someone who wants to be a contestant, what are some of the qualities that you can put out there that someone should look out to see that he becomes one of them?
Quality number 1, confidence. Confidence will carry you through. Now, most times you're going to feel like, oh, I don't have the money. You also need to prepare yourself financially, because pageantry demands for you. Actually, most of the finance is going to your personal needs. Your costumes, what you're going to be wearing, your shoes. So you also need to be financially aware. And then also, like I said, good character. Because why you're at a boot camp is because they want to understand what kind of person you are. That's why they take like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, because you might be a fake individual for a week, but we can get to learn you like in 2 weeks. We can know who you are definitely. So make sure your character is intact and just learn, be knowledgeable, get to learn about the perks we have. What do you think you can put on the table when you come? Because you're going to come and they ask you for your projects. What are you going to lay when you get the crown? What are you going to do for Uganda? So come knowing that you're not just here to model or look pretty and wear a crown, but come knowing you're going to work and you're going to put forward a project that is going to be challenged by a panel. So you need to defend it. I mean, you have to educate yourself at all times. Yeah.
So what happens in the boot camp?
So boot camp, one thing everyone has to know, you're going to train so that you're fit. Because you're going to be a queen and you're going to be traveling. This is tourism. So they need a queen that is strong and is capable. So there's jogging every early in the morning for every day. Then there are classes that goes on every single day. So they're going to teach you what it means to be confident. It's like grooming. They're going to teach you about tourism. You're going to have even like questionnaires that are given for you to try and understand. And then there are going to be production classes where you learn how to model. Personally, I didn't know how to walk on heels when I joined, and in a period of 3 weeks I was able to walk on heels perfectly. So they're grooming you all around so that when you come out, you are a new person and you're ready to represent the country. So boot camp is very necessary, and also how to connect. Then the sponsors come in to like talk to you about the products and how you can help them market. So it's a mixture of everything that a person getting into a corporate space needs to learn. So it's very impactful. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And now there is, you say that you start from the regional campaign, then you go to the national. Which one of the two is most difficult?
Well, it depends on what's because every region, we have 12 regions. Every region has like cluster aids, so it depends on how that routine has been scheduled. But for me, I can confess, from the north, ours was very detailed. At 4, you're up, or 5, it started. You're up, you're jogging, and then you have break time, you have to be in time. Like, time is key at boot camp. And then nationals was actually more intense because now you're against you're like 36 and they need 1 out of 36, so I don't think it can be easy. You have multiple trainers coming in, you're training throughout the night, you rest a bit in the morning, you're jogging. So that's why it's called boot camp. It's a vigorous training to get you out of your comfort zone. So I think for me, the regionals groomed me for the nationals, so it didn't stress me so much because I'd already gone through that in the regionals. Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about the campaign, the entire campaign, how your journey has been ever since you were crowned the Queen of Tourism. What are some of the projects that you've done? How has the year been? What are some of the challenges that you've faced?
Okay, so I can say it's been a wonderful year. It hasn't made a year yet, but we're tending there now. So for me, the start was a bit tricky because now, even after the training and the crown, you're now put into the real world. You now have to go into gatherings and now do the actual connection. It was more of like catching up, which I feel like I got that very fast. And then before that, I found myself traveling all over the country. You're moving from one district to another. You're in Kabale one day. The next day, you find yourself in Karamoja, in Abim. Next day, you're in Lira. The next day, you're in Teso. So for me, it was like the movements. But like I said, sometimes it gets hectic because now your body is adjusting to like moving, and at some point that wasn't you, so that was a bit challenging for me. But with time you cope up, and it's also been full of sacrifices, but I want to believe nothing comes easy. I don't think everything is a smooth journey. So for me, I've also sacrificed a lot. Like, I'm a student at the same time, I'm a queen at the same time. I have to cater for my country. At one point I'm traveling to Malaysia for almost 3 to 4 weeks, and then you have life in Uganda, but also there. But I think it was just amazing, like the connections I get. Right now I have over 40 friends, international friends, just because of Miss Tourism. If I want a friend in Malaysia, I can like, hello, how are you? This is Bianca. If I want a friend maybe in the UK, I can call Grace. So for me, and also like I got the opportunity to meet like people of influence. I met the Prince of Selangor, that's the state we were in. Even in the country, you get a chance to interact with ministers, people who are trying to change the country, young people doing something for the country. So for me, I feel like the platform it has given me, I can easily be considered when I get into someone's office just because of this title. And we have done so many projects. If you follow on our social media platforms at Miss Tourism Uganda or my personal at Lucky Bianca, Instagram, on X, you'll find we started Let the Power Shine, where we are advocating for sanitation and how it impacts directly tourism. Most times we ignore the impact of sanitation. We just feel like, how is that? But that's part of conservation. We're like, how is that connected to tourism? So we have moved entirely around the country trying to spread that. You'll find our videos and the content there. We have done... Personally, one of the projects I carried out was a debate contest that we are pushing for it to be a national event. We launched it in the northern region. We had over 10 schools come to compete and talk about what they understand about tourism, what they understand about sanitation, but in relation to tourism. It was so educative that you sit down, you think you know it all, but these students did their research, and you ask yourself, what? So I'm like, imagine we take this to all the schools and we start educating them. We tell them Uganda is beautiful. You can start traveling right now. You don't need to travel abroad to experience adventure. We have a lot to offer, and I believe those students will not be the same. And then my personal project, I said I'm a proud farmer. So right now we are doing Farms and Beyond, Rooted Farms and Beyond. So it's a bigger project that we can't roll now. It's good things will probably take some time. So we are trying to make sure we have a project that is going to contribute to sustainability. So this is smart agriculture with greenhousing. So we're working closely with the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development to see that we employ quite a number of women in the agriculture space and young people this time. So she'll have a slot for women and young people, both girls and boys, where they can earn from something that they're doing. But now it's smart agriculture because of climate change. So there's so many things I've done so far during my reign, and I'm just so proud of the journey so far. As much as it's hard, but that's life. I'm just proud of myself. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Now you represented Uganda at the world event. What was the experience? How did you feel about that?
It was amazing. First of all, landing in a country that you've never been before, that was Malaysia. And then the climate is almost like Uganda. Yes, almost, but then it's a bit hot. Yes. And then you're meeting people of like color, and then the best part is like they were really nice. I didn't feel like out of place anyone bit. They were so nice. And then you're living the experience at Malaysia was almost like Uganda. The boot camp, they had it as well, but because of the training we undergo here, when you go to Malaysia, it was like a vacation. Everything was just interesting. Getting to see how they handle, let's say, the production, the training. So I was able to come back and like tell the team of Miss Tourism what I saw from there. It's like how they do the final stage, the arrangements, how many trainers were there. And now here you're dealing with over 70 girls from around the world that you had never met before. And like I said, Uganda were very nice people. So it was so easy for me to just be a part of that team. Because they were like, hi Uganda, how are you? Like, just them, they were like, oh, some people didn't even know, like, mostly like Africa. So just bringing that to that church, like, this is amazing. I want to go. I don't know what a park is. I want to go see a game park. I only know the zoo. And indeed in Malaysia there was the zoo, and that's what they know about wild animals, at the zoo. I'm like, come to Africa, come to Uganda, the animals are literally running around, and it was mind-blowing. And then being able to like get the opportunity to meet the leaders that were there, trying on their food. It was different, but I'm like, let me try. Next time they come, they will also try Rolex and the rest. So for me, it was a very beautiful experience. And the best part is now, if I would want to travel back, they have like accommodation for me. So those are like the opportunities I got by like traveling, seeing that infrastructure, how are their roads, how clean is that city, what is their disposal methods. And it's a very clean place. So I feel like if as Uganda we could also borrow that, because you know these people come and then, like I said, sanitation contributes a lot. Someone's gonna come to a restaurant and it's like, I'm not comfortable, and they'll be like, at home this is clean, now I don't want to come back again. So we need to be very cautious about those small things. But Malaysia is good. Yeah.
Thank you very much. It has been a journey, like you said, but there is a notation where people think that you people who go for this beauty contest, it's just leisure, it's just show off. No, they have that mindset that you people who go for these beauty contestants, you're just wasting time. How do you feel when someone talks about that, and how do you how can you make someone understand that this is not just leisure, it is not just popularity?
Okay, very good question. This is a stereotype we have been trying to break for a very long time. That's why we put our content out there. But if I am to lay down the previous queens who have gone through Miss Tourism, you're going to be shocked. Currently, we have the queen of 2017, Queen Chala. She's contesting for Northern MP, Youth MP. She's from Karamoja sub-region. We also have another queen who is going for the same post. We have Queen Zakia right now, she's working with UBC. We have queens who are content creators like Queen Jean Coprise. We have queens who are having their own organizations. We have the Jada Coffee, she was also a queen. We have people who are in the tourism space promoting tourism. Queen Jane, she was from Bunyoro sub-region. There's so a long list. Miss Tourism has been here for 11 years, but if you are to track every individual queen, others are designers, they own stores. This didn't come just out of nowhere, but the connection Miss Tourism gave them, the confidence they instilled in them, and then it just gives you that sense of, after the crown, what do I need to be? I need to keep the status quo. So it gives you that drive of, I need to be better. And it's not just about leisure. Like I told you, tourism, you're on your feet, you're promoting Uganda. How are you going to talk to the Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities when you don't have what to say? We are smart people. Because now I'm in for an interview, you're ambushed, you need to know what to say. because we're not choosing, like the whole process of choosing a queen is intense. You're against 36 contestants and they need the cream. Meaning, first of all, you're intelligent, you can speak for yourself, you present yourself, they've seen something special. So pageantry is not just about the beauty, it's about brains and hard work. Like hard work. 1 minute, like I said, you're in one place, you have another phone call, you're in another place. So if you're not hardworking, the space is going to be tricky. That's why bootcamp is intense, so to show you that the world is intense. So we are building you and grooming you. Yeah.
But besides this, did this affect your education?
Yes. Like I said, I was a student at Lira University. I was doing ICT year 2. So now most of the events were in Kampala. So I had to sign a dead year, move to Kampala. But then I was lucky to get a scholarship at Kubis Aviation. I'm doing flight operations and dispatch. My first stage to piloting. If I ever at one point want to be a pilot, I can just continue. Yes, so that was also an advantage. For me, as much as I signed out of ICT, but one thing with technology, you can always learn online. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing my IT online, and I'm also doing aviation. So aviation is 1 year, but all I'm trying to do is now there's also work, and then I have to be a student. Like I said, it's now like balancing and juggling, but no one should be how can I say, discouraged. Because now, let's say you have your A-level certificate, and most of them are in for vacation. Some people are doing businesses. So when I joined, we were in for like holiday from campus. Most universities are in for like some 3-month break. So take that chance to apply. And the next thing, the organization will always find a way to make it up to you in the best way they can, like they did to me. So no one should be worried. Yeah.
So what is the biggest challenge you've encountered in this industry ever since you're grown?
Firstly, the people who would promise you like gigs, I could call them, and then they're going to pay late. And I know this is not just a challenge, this is something we're trying to say. Young girls are doing a lot. Do not use that opportunity to take advantage of them. And then you think we have a lot to offer. Don't just call me like, Bianca, can you do this? And then at the end, you don't keep your end of the agreement. So that's why most times we'll rather have it written so that we understand where we're coming from. Because now you see all the things we're doing. If you don't meet your end of the bargain, then it's really not nice. And then some of the challenges, like I said, also school. I have to be a student, I have to be a queen at the same time I represent my country. It's also very tricky. And of course, things that people will not openly talk about it. People who want to like maybe take advantage of you in a way that's not proper, just because they think you're desperate. So you also need to have that sense of morality where you're like, this is why I'm here, what I'm here for. Now that comes on like a personal level, and these are things we should tell people. You're not going to run away from it. It's the society. Not everyone is there to respect you the way you should. They have their own agenda, and this is the sad truth. The best thing you can do is train yourself. Tell yourself this will happen, but how are you going to counter? How are you going to handle the situation? So those are like some of the challenges, but so far so good. Yeah.
That's nice. Very soon we shall be having, is it called The Last Walk?
Yes.
It's called The Last Walk. Very soon we shall be having a new queen. How prepared are you ahead of the new queen coming? What next for you?
Well, that's a very good question. Right now I tell myself I need to use my time very well, because September the 5th is not far, the 5th of September at Serena. So for me, the projects are like my biggest priority right now, because I've done the tourism work and I'm still doing it, but right now I'm now more laid to like pushing for my projects. If I can have the papers signed so that even after the crown my projects run for me, I can still be present on media. And also I'm a good speaker. You can recommend me to your boss and become a very good presenter at UBC. Yes, and now I know that working closely with the tourism sector, I can say once a queen. We have that saying, once a queen, always a queen. That's why you meet another queen, like, hi queen, how are you? You don't say former, you just say Miss Tourism 2024, the year. So you don't cease being a queen. Every other day, next year, if I want to wear my crown, I say where and go. So me, I'm not worried, because most times you get desperate and be like, oh, I'm losing out. No, you still have your platform. You will remain the only queen of that year. So like I said, my projects, we have already done the other projects, but my actual project, I'm taking my time pushing for it, so that by the time it comes out, it's indeed serving its purpose. So I am not worried for the next queen. Don't worry, you're going to be feeling a very big shoe. Make sure you bring your A game. Yeah.
Yeah, there are people who want to join this industry. They want to be queens. What message do you have for them?
Well, my simple message to you is believe in yourself. You don't need, I didn't have a lot of money to get here. I just had the right amount of resources that needed me to be here. So when you go to apply and then you're seeing a lot of things being needed, don't be shaken. Get what works for you and apply. That's the first level that's going to scare you and you feel like you don't want to be a part of this journey. But take it for someone. My stories are out there, and someday I'll write a book about it. Take it for someone who came from scratch and still came and beat so many people. Don't be afraid. Don't wait for someone to push you. As long as you feel a need in your heart, just go for it. I didn't know about Miss Tourism, by the way, but when they told me, I did do your research. Organize yourself financially, believe in yourself, be confident. I always say, whether you don't look so good, you don't have the perfect height, you don't have the money, but when you're confident, you're going to walk and look at a judge, and they're going to, the looks come in later, the polishing comes in later, but when it's what's on the inside, when a judge is able to see that, when your trainers see that, they'll be like, something is special about her. So believe in yourself. This crown is for anyone who is willing to take a leap of faith. And trust me, you won't regret it. Yeah.